Hey guys, what's up? In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this pretty easy origami boat, and it's 3D, and it's folded from a square sheet of paper. And alright, let's go and get started. So, for this model, I'm going to show you how to fold it from a sheet of printer paper, cut square, because I rarely ever do that. So, I'm using a sheet of printer paper, so we're going to make it into a square. So, take the short edge and fold it onto the long edge. You can use origami paper for this too. Alright, now turn over and fold this up, aligning with the raw edge. And also make sure it aligns here too. And make this really sharp. Unfold everything, and let's reverse this crease a couple times. Okay, and now we're going to cut this off, so you can use scissors, but I'm going to tear it off. So make a small tear on the top, and place it down, and separate your hands. And there you go. Sorry, my throat is all stuffed up. Allergies. Okay, but yeah, and go ahead and discard this, because you don't need that. And there's our square. So, if you're using kami, begin with the white side up. And you'll get a boat that looks like this. So it's like half white and half colored on the inside. Okay. So begin with the white side up and fold in half. Well, there's no white side on this because this is printer paper. But yeah, you know what I mean. Unfold. And now fold both sides to the center. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this corner and we're going to fold it up. How much? Well, you want to fold it so that this corner aligns with the center. And we're anchoring the fold at this corner. And try and hold this together so it doesn't slide. There you go, almost there. There you go. So that's what it looks like. Now unfold. You can keep that folded. And we're going to repeat in the other direction. So we're going to take this corner now and fold it onto the center. And we're anchoring the fold at this corner. And try and keep the layers together so they don't slide. And notice that this crease right here will align with that crease under it. Okay, now unfold. And let's repeat on this side. And I'm going to go at my own speed for this, without talking. Okay. Now we're going to do is we're actually going to keep this side folded and this side folded like this. This is what it looks like. And now we're going to do is we're going to do kind of a tricky step, but not too bad. So what we're going to do is we're going to open this pocket and see this crease right here? We're going to take this raw edge and we're going to actually mountain fold along that crease. But as we're doing it, we're actually tucking this edge inside. And then we're folding this flap in on that crease. Like this. So we're wrapping this edge around this edge. Like this. And then you can just take this and flatten it like that. It's a little tricky, but that's what it looks like. Alright, and now we're going to repeat on this side. So rotate 180 degrees and do the same thing. So we're going to fold on this crease, open the pocket first, and then tuck that edge in there. See? And then that flap will come in, and just go ahead and flatten everything. See? And it makes a nice lock. And yeah, here we have a pretty clean hexagon. But no, we're not done yet. But actually, this is a pretty cool model. This is like an envelope or something. Or a wallet. You can stick something in there. Yeah. But let's make the boat. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're just going to fold it in half. Fold it in half. And the edges may not align completely because of the thickness of the paper right here. But that's okay. That's normal. Now unfold. And now we're going to just kind of curve this. Curl it. And what we're going to do is we're going to tuck this edge into this pocket. So open that pocket nice and wide. And just stick the edge in there. It's a little tricky at first, but once you got it in there, then you're good. This is probably the hardest step of the whole model. Yeah, there you go. And just flatten everything. Now here we have the boat. And you can just open the boat like this. And there's your boat. And that's pretty clean. So if you like it like this, then you're done. And I recommend just staying right here because this is nice and simple. It's nice and clean. There's no wrinkles or anything. And it's a really nice boat. But if you want to three-dimensionalize it more like this, then here's how to do that. This is kind of tricky, so do this at your own risk. So what we're going to do is we're basically going to close sync these two corners. And close syncs are one of the most difficult folds in origami, so do this at your own risk, like I said. But here we go. So we first need to make the crease. So this is how we're going to do it. So put your hand inside for support. And take this corner and pinch it like this. And you want to hold this together so it doesn't slide. So I'm going to hold it like this with my index finger inside for support. And I'm going to pinch it. And then you want to align the corner with this crease. So remember, if you can't do this, then don't worry about it. There we go. And it doesn't matter how big you want this to be. But just about like this is good. And just flatten it. And then let's fold it in the other direction too. So we make that crease genderless. Just fold it back and forth like 10 times or so. Alright, and now comes the close sync. So I'm putting my index finger all the way up to this point. And we're just going to just ridiculously just push it inside. And we're going to have to crumple the paper a little bit to get it to go in there. Or maybe maybe to be easier, you can use like a pencil or something and do that. But you have to be careful so you don't pierce the paper. That's why I like to use my finger. There we go. This is tricky. Can't do this, then don't worry about it. There we go. And then there's a flap starting to develop inside, so you can just take that and just kind of push it, or just fold it to one side. However you can to close this off. There we go, like this. There we go. So that's how it is right there. And let's repeat on this side. So I'm putting my index finger, I'm holding this so it stays closed. Put my index finger in here to provide support. Pinch this corner. It doesn't matter how big you make it, but just fold it up like this. And I'm aligning the corner with the crease. And then fold it back and forth. so the crease is genderless. Alright, and now let's close sync it. There we go. There, not great, but I'm satisfied with it. Personally, I kind of liked it how it was before, the 2D version. Because it's way cleaner and way simpler that way. But this is for advanced folders, if you want to just kind of make it look more intricate. But yeah. There we go. That's about as best as I can do it. And notice on this model, I actually made a couple mountain folds here. But I don't really like this, so I'm not going to do this with this model. It looks way better like this. But I made a couple mountain folds to make it to stand like that. But I'm not doing this anymore. That's it doesn't look as clean that way. But yeah, so I'm not going to show it, but just put a mountain fold that connects these two things right here and on this side too. So I'll leave that for you to do. But yeah, but anyways, once you did that, your origami boat is completed. And it can be like a container, you can put something inside. A boat inside of a boat. Yeah. Or you can stack them like this. Make a bunch and you can stack them. Yeah. Or it can be a little hat, I don't know. But yeah, there it is. I think it's a pretty cool model. And I don't really know what else to say. Alright, well, hope you guys were able to follow this video and enjoyed making this boat. And make sure you subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Alright, bye-bye.